Bottom boys. Listening to the Bottom Boys cast. Bottom boys.
Gotta get
Bottom
to the
Bottom
bottom.
boys. Bottom boys.
Giving
To
the
the
props
bottom.
to the
Bottom boys. Bottom boys.
Yeah,
Bottom
the
boys.
bottom
Bottom
keeps it
boys.
all together.
That was sick.
Oh, nice,
Rod bringing
Rod.
us in a whole
Rod,
extra
man.
octave. Whole extra octave.
Dang.
Hi, I am your Snake Daddy, your Cheeseburger Princess, your shit poster, Supreme Matt Keck. Alongside me is the light of my life.
Paul. Flotation device shield.
Yes, and remember that the cushion is a flotation device. And joining us today on the Bottom Boys, our old friend, the OG, none other than Rod Reyes. What's up, Rod?
Rod, just happy to be here. Hope that's not what the Chiefs are saying tomorrow.
Yeah, no kidding. So Rod is one of our fellow comedians here in Kansas City. I mean, I've known Rod for a very long time at this point, over a decade. Follow him on social at hippest old man. He is probably the hippest old man I know. For sure. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, real stinker.
Oh yeah, a real ornery one, huh? Real ornery one.
Well, you gotta actually be old in order to be the hippest old.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, when you're Asian, you're never fully old. Like, not until you hit the age where the hair, like, one day you're gonna have a light switch, right? And your dark black hair will just immediately go straight white.
I think
then
that
you will
is,
be old.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
But it's not going to happen for a long time.
Happened to Steamboat.
Oh yeah, it's just like one day, boom, instantly white.
Yeah.
And you'll probably be like 70 before that happens, but
Maybe. But I do have a large head.
yeah, you do. So it'll be awesome.
So, well, I'm just saying it might take some time.
That's true. Yeah,
It might take some
it's not
time.
like they're not just conquering Rhode Island here. They're going after Texas.
I got a...
You got that Texas size noggin.
I thought...
Mine's more California, incredibly large but also kind of long.
if you look at my head, what do you think? Is this like a... I thought it was a round shape.
I think it's pretty round.
Round shape?
I
Yeah.
would say
Yeah, because
round.
I was at work yesterday, and they told me I had a square head.
I don't think you do. I'm looking at it now. I think they're getting thrown off maybe by the lines on your haircut or maybe by like the
It's
squareness of your frames.
Now, there's
of your
only one way to
glasses.
find out. You've got to starve and like lose
starve.
a lot of weight, and if your head remains the same shape, then you know what it is.
Oh, that's true. Or we could go get an MRI and just look at the inside of your head.
I lived my whole life thinking I had a round head.
I think it looks
and then
pretty
I was
round.
very...
I'm going to tell you right now, I think it looks round, but I'm
More
okay
than-
with doing some measurements.
More
if
than
you
one
want.
person said square.
Well, maybe we throw a level on that bad boy.
I was like a blockhead?
Yeah, you
Or
can't.
what's the...
Yeah, you can't be like the guys from Gumby. You remember those,
Yeah.
them shits?
Yeah, I have a level over here somewhere.
Yeah, let's throw a fucking level on that thing. I want to see if it's square. Rod bought us these awesome pastries, and I am just a huge fan of these freaking caramel nut things.
Sticky buns.
They have a...
I love them so much. They're so good.
Which I have a level here, which I'm very surprised, because usually, as you know, when I grew up, I just used a manna jar filled with water.
Right.
Okay, so...
Which is
you set that-
I'm looking. It is not level. Oh no! Wait, bro, you might have a square head. You might have a square head.
I don't know anyone who uses a device to measure the shape of a head that doesn't have
think
a
the
racial
mathematics-
agenda. They just want to prove how inferior or
That's true.
superior.
It's not me. Hey, no,
You're
no.
the one that said grab a level.
Nah.
but you're-
Very good in math.
Your coworkers are the ones talking about this. I still think it's round. I'm getting myself off the hook for this one. I think it's round as hell. That is a round ass
I
head.
was so distraught, because I went my whole life thinking that I had a round head and
Well,
making fun of my bulbous head.
now I'm gonna have to pay attention. I'm
Yeah.
gonna look at you from every angle.
I was
'cause
like-
I see you all the time.
But does that
I'll
mean
look at you
I'm
from-
dumb if I have a square? Because that's like a, what, blockhead?
Yeah, I mean
I
that's
was
the
like blockhead,
idea.
and
But
like, it's square. And I was like, well, yeah, but what's a... So I have a two-dimensional head? Because...
yeah. Otherwise, it's a cube head.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point. So clearly, you're not dumb. You know the difference between it being a square head and a cube head. So
Yeah.
So
I know that.
Blockhead's at least a misnomer if you have a blockhead. You can live with that.
Yeah, it made me so.
I mean,
I was so. But
Don't
I
be
thought
self-conscious.
maybe I had a square
It's a good-
chin. But does it make up that square jaw? Do you have that square jaw?
you don't quite have a square jaw, no. I'm sorry. I don't think either of us will ever have square jaws.
And then
We should call ourselves the round jaw boys for sure.
when I went and got this new hair stuff
Yeah.
because of my head, I was like, maybe I just need new hair stuff.
Uh-huh.
I had no clue how to do it, and now it's just look at this.
I kind of like it, though.
Do you?
Yeah, I feel like it's a little more like...
Don't touch it because your hand will get stuck.
I won't
there.
touch. I won't. I'll keep my hands up. But I feel like here the hairs are like allowed to have a mind of their own a little bit, right? Like it's more
this side?
more
Yeah.
detailed. It's like when you look at the CGI characters and there's more hairs when you go up to 4K. It's like that. Like I feel like your hair's in HD.
Oh wow,
It's HD
Wow,
right
I
now.
have HD hair.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Is it too metrosexual to like point out that there are a lot of different hair stuffs, and you should be able to like
Experiment
if
a
you
little.
send somebody to
Yeah.
the store. Let's say you're sick, but you want to look good, and you send somebody to the store. You just say, "Hey, get that hair stuff."
Mm-hmm.
You would say gel,
Yeah.
mousse.
Mhm. And the brand, probably. You got to
Yeah.
make sure you get the right stuff. No, definitely, Rod. Nothing's too metrosexual on a podcast called The Bottom Boys. With a giant ass for a logo. We are here. We are moderately queer, and we'll get used to it.
A comedian or
Uh-huh.
a comic just put out a post about she just started selling merch, and it's just a button.
Yeah.
And it said, not gay, not straight. And then on the upside down, it said, just a bottom. And I was like, it doesn't
Nice.
make sense, but it's cool as fuck.
I mean, I guess that means no matter what, you're fine with being underneath, right? I don't care who's on top. That's fine. That's fine. Welcome to The Bottom. How are the resolutions going, Paul?
Well, I started the Duolingo back up again.
You did restart?
Yeah, I restarted.
You're done sexing goats.
I'm done sexing goats.
Uh-huh.
And I'm up to asking for an apple.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Can you? How do you say apple in Spanish? Do you remember?
Manzana?
Manzana.
Manzana? Maybe I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Manzana?
Manzana.
Yeah.
You don't go
a
like
little
full,
harder.
You're doing the you're doing like the
Manzana.
zzz, and they don't necessarily z as much as us. It's almost a little more s-y, but
Okay.
like a little stronger than an s. Manzana.
There you go.
Yeah, I felt pretty strong about it with all these words I was learning. And then
We're over here talking about Spanish. Rod probably like knows fluent Spanish.
No, not
or
quite
a lot
fluent,
of it.
but
He's like, I know
put it
more
this
than
way,
you.
If we go to Venezuela, I'm the one most likely to talk his way out of it.
Now we're going to Venezuela.
Well,
we're
I
making
know.
plans.
Sidebar, I have family there.
Yeah.
And I had decided that my gift to myself in these closing years is that I was going to go spend time with the people that I love.
Yeah.
I have a cousin there that's like a brother. I just love this guy. And so I told my sister, I'll go visit her in Mexico. We'll jump a plane. We'll go to Venezuela. I'm talking to the Venezuelan cousin. He's like, dude, you don't want to come here.
Oh, dang.
Well, they changed things, and they made it a lot harder for Americans. We need a visa to go there.
Oh.
And now my sister has actually done a lot of traveling and into South America. And she told me, she said, Rod, you know I'm not a punk when it comes to traveling. But when you said Venezuela, I was like, okay, I'll do it if he wants to. But it's just something that really makes you think, do I want to do this?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a question, oh, I got family there, I'm just going to see my family. They don't want to hear it. So it turns out we're going to do plan B, which is to meet in Aruba. which if you look at the map, you can almost swim from Venezuela.
Yeah, and honestly, anytime you end up in a country that's in the song Kokomo, you're in the right place.
I know,
you're in the right place.
Whenever you said that, I started going through what's listed in
You're like
the Kokomo.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh,
You know,
I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahamas.
Venezuela.
Yeah, not in there. It's not in there. Honduras, Argentina.
They skip. I think they just tell you the ones you should visit, and they leave out the ones you should not go to.
They're like, here's a list of beaches I like. So today, hey, we're talking about travel. Let's talk about air travel, right? Let's talk about air travel. We things are going crazy in the skies these days. The turbulence is worse. People aren't putting the wings on right. Planes are fucking disappearing.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
You can put those things on backwards.
It's not that hard. It's crazy.
Yeah, I would think.
So, how often are you guys flying? Do you guys fly very much?
I fly regularly, but not often.
Yeah, fair. I think that's me too. I fly regularly. Work flies me a few times throughout the year. I think I probably flew to maybe 8-9 places this year, which I think that's like a good amount for like someone who travels for work. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. And plus that's 2.
Right,
you
you
gotta
go
fly
and
back.
then you come back.
It's
Yeah,
double.
and
You should
sometimes
do that
it's 4 if they don't book me on a good ass flight.
Non-blockhead math.
Or if I got to go to Columbus, Ohio, and there's no direct when you fly
Oh,
Southwest. Come on, Southwest, get it together.
But you know what? The big thing is you hear complaints, and I like following the boat comics.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's working on the boats, and they have to fly in and out of the ports where the boats are departing from.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's always like, this flight was late. I was delayed. It's never like the wing fell off. You got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, I mean,
buddy.
it's crazy. Like, you sit there, they do the routine. I don't listen when they do the routine. I've never listened.
I don't.
Not even the first. I'm a horrible human being. I didn't even listen the first time.
Not in the first one?
No, I mean, I know that my seat is a flotation device, and I know to put my mask on before someone else's. But bitch, I was gonna do that anyway. I'm sorry. I'm selfish. I ain't trying to save you before I save me.
Well, that's for children. You know, you put yours on before the child because you're trying to fiddle with the child and you pass
and then you
out.
pass
then
out.
both of you
Yeah,
go.
then you're gone. I will say, not entirely safety related, but for me, the worst part of air travel is for sure if I have to do a long flight and I have to use the bathroom. I try my best to never use an airplane bathroom, but let me tell you, that thing is so small. Like, I know there's I don't understand the jokes about having sex in this thing. I mean, I get it. I guess hobbits fly and have sex. Like, if you're in the Mile High Club, you're a fucking hobbit.
You're
way
rich.
to go.
Maybe you're rich. and
Way
you
to
get the
go,
big
short
planes.
king. Yeah, maybe you're rich and you've got a private jet. That's fine. I get that. Sure, a private jet probably has a bed in it for fucking but in a commercial airline, that thing, I'm shoulder to shoulder trying to take a shit in this thing. Like,
That's true.
It's
You
like
wanna
it's like a
impress me?
coat.
Let's see Daryl Hannah and Liam Neeson. There we go.
Ooh.
Get them in there.
Yeah, for real.
If hobbits had planes, Lord of the Rings would not have been 3 movies.
No, that's true. They could have just like terrorist attacked Mount Doom.
Yeah,
and
just automatically.
fly the plane right into Mount Doom with the
Drop
ring
the
on
ring.
it.
Yeah.
Precious. So turbulence. Let's start with that. It's worse these days, right? That's what they're saying. They're saying turbulence got worse.
How does turbulence get? I mean, then you got to really, really own
And well, how are
climate change.
That's what I think, right? Because if turbulence is for real worse, that has to be it, right?
Right?
It's got to be atmospheric pressure. It's got to be
weather
climate
conditions.
change. Yeah. Have you flown through storms like inclement weather?
I have flown through rain.
Yeah.
And they give you the warning, hey, it's going to get a little choppy.
bumpy.
But I have never, ever flown in conditions where I was like, I'm going to die.
Yeah. I've had one that was really bumpy in a storm coming out of New York that I didn't think I was going to die, but there were a couple drops that, you know how like your stomach drops on a roller coaster? It was definitely doing that, and I was just like, geez, would be very okay if this doesn't end up on the Hudson River. I don't need to be another Sully person. Like, I please get through this. The first time I ever flew, I was in 6th grade. Was going to Washington, D.C., and we landed, and all the classmates were freaking out because apparently we had just flown through a thunderstorm. I slept that whole flight. My very first plane flight, I slept the whole goddamn thing.
And that whole thing,
man.
You know, there's a reality show on called The Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you watch The Challenge?
I have watched the
All
challenge.
right. Every season, there's at least one, sometimes two bitches that can't swim and won't swim. So what is the good? You land, and Sully's like, all you got to do is get off on the wing and then just drop into the water. No, the seat is flotation.
Yep. Need the seat. Need that. That's my water wings right there. I'm taking your seat, too. I'm not buoyant.
So do you have to swim on that show?
What?
The challenge?
Challenge? Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna
oh
come
my
up.
God.
Oh.
I feel like you should know,
Well, that's a
too,
good-
before
yeah.
you join.
Like, so you get on an island or something?
It's
Is that
no,
the
it's
deal?
not an island.
Okay.
But there are water challenges, and
Okay.
usually the last challenge you have to swim from shore, from wherever they are, back to shore.
That's why
And
in the Traders, which if you're listening to this, listen to our other podcast,
Oh, yeah.
Master Traders. Johnny Bananas and CT were so good at swimming around in
Yeah,
that challenge.
yeah. Well, my whole thing was the Meow Meow, whatever his name was.
Meow
That-
Meow.
Yeah, he was on Big Brother, and he wouldn't swim, and he cost his partner
Dang.
any chance of winning, and she's begging him, "Come on,
That's
just,
a bummer.
I can't do it. I can't do it."
That's when you get stuck with the bum in the college.
Fucking
like,
Mau
group-
Mau.
And
group
everybody
homework.
knew that he was going to be like that, and no one wanted to get stuck with him.
What
Yeah,
a-
I don't blame him.
What a bitch.
Why do you think his name is Meow Meow?
He's eating that meow mix,
But
baby.
he's a scaredy cat,
Not good.
a pussy.
But talking about turbulence,
Yes, turbulence.
I had because I went and got my phone because I set it over there, and I cannot find it here. But I think it's just Thursday. Mm-hmm. They a flight they hadn't taken off yet, but they were getting ready to take off, and then they kicked a guy off the plane because he farted.
Which
They turned the plane around.
is absolutely incredible. He had so much flatulence that it increased the turbulence. I mean,
Yeah.
we got rid of masks at the wrong time. If everyone had their masks on, they'd just be thinking they were smelling their own stanky ass breath. This guy's poor
I know.
butthole got screwed.
That's a safety device they need. Just put those air masks. Just float at all times. Have those on. You
mean-
don't have to worry about the farting guy. I think everybody cheered as they took him off the plane.
I mean, to be fair, how embarrassing is that to have
Jeez.
such a stinky ass that people cheer for you to leave? Like, get him out. Get him out. I mean, honestly, it sucks for him. Like, as many airplanes as the doors are flying off of these days, he could have just had one where someone rolled
Yeah.
the window down and it would have been fine. Now instead, he's going to have that world famous stanky anus. Like,
How bad could? I'm talking about the stench, because stench will get to me.
for sure.
But I'm just talking about the pressure in the cabin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they were.
Hey,
They,
if this cabin's rocking, taxi
It
back to
increased
parking.
the cabin pressure because
yeah,
he released too much
he
gas.
hit those turbulence scales in the deal. and, yeah, I think the
Like,
captain came over the deal. Like,
there's too much methane
we're,
in the
we're
cabin.
experiencing turbulence, and they're like, we're not even off the ground yet.
This guy's a legend. This dude's a fucking king. I'm looking this guy up and I'm going to follow him on everything. This is my new god. I used to have a friend who could fart as many times as he wanted growing up. This is going to sound really weird, but it's true. He would get like down in this weird all four position. And you know like how you can like swallow air and burp? he could do that with his fucking butthole, and he would just like we would
That
just,
was his party trick?
yeah, we would just have
man.
sleepovers, and he would mount up, and we'd just sit there and laugh and count how many farts he could do in a row. One time he did like 145. Now these ones didn't stink because he was just like sucking in air somehow with his little with his little beehole and putting it back out. But man, it was hilarious and incredible.
I wish I had that much control.
That's my boy
beehole.
Brad. I won't give his last name, but that's my boy Brad. If he listens or sees this, he's gonna know I'm talking about his rancid beehole.
Well, and I keep thinking about regulations and how some of them are unnecessary and it's above my pay grade and not my job description
Sure.
to figure out which are useful and which aren't. But every time there's an American accident, an American tragedy of any kind, the death toll makes people in China laugh.
It does.
You know, because they're like, 2,000 people, yeah, that's nothing, you know. It's just,
Yeah.
and it's the regulations that keep it that way.
Well, it's
it's
interesting because it feels like any time a big thing happens with the trains, with the planes, whatever, there's almost like an immediate people go, well, this happened because we had this regulation, and we can point directly to who repealed that regulation.
Right.
And it's like, man, yeah. I mean, I remember with the trains, they're like, yeah, they repealed all the regulations about how much toxic chemicals we can fly around. Boom. Next thing you know, we start having airborne toxic events all over the fucking country. And now we're looking at airplanes. Yeah, the regulations are gone, and wheels are falling off, wings are falling off.
Well,
capitalism is not going to spend money they are not forced to, so they're not going to protect you. Regulations are there to protect you.
I thought Paul was going to bring up I think it was a flight out of England
Yeah.
where they canceled the flight because there were bolts missing out of the wing,
guy
and
was
you
just
could
looking out
see.
and filming
Just
it.
look
yeah.
outside, and hey, there's no bolts.
Yeah.
It's coming up, yeah.
I was on one flight where I could see one of the screws just kind of spinning in its hole, which I've seen other people see that before too, and that scared me. I cannot imagine looking out there and all the screws are just gone, and you're just like, oh, we're about to take off. This should be normal and fine.
It's like that old Twilight Zone where William Shatner sees a guy on the wing. Hey, screw the bolts while you're out there.
He's like, there's nothing on the wing. Nothing in the wing.
Oh, man. When William Shatner had hair.
Oh, yeah. Like, probably the first instance of someone writing the fact that we have aliens up there flying around our commercial airlines nonstop into a thing. And no one believed it then, and they still don't listen now.
That
The
was a scary
aliens are
one.
here, they told us.
That was a scary one, yeah. And they're undoing bolts on wings.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's the aliens. What do you think? You think it's the UFOs and the aliens? They're taking us out? Now that we know they're there, they're like, we might as well fuck some shit up.
100%.
We're not hiding anymore.
100%.
We're not hiding anymore.
Well, they kind of are hiding.
A little.
Still.
But they're being more petty now. I like that.
They're just getting braver, I guess.
That's true.
Ooh. Maybe it's like
Brave little alien.
yeah, maybe it's the punked of alien TV.
Yeah. They're like they're the impractical jokers, right? And they're just playing. It's just a prank,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
The Malaysian airplane disappears, and the aliens are like, "It's just a prank, bro. Just a prank. Get over it." Where'd that go, by the way? Did they find it? That Malaysian airplane that disappeared?
I don't think
Oh,
so.
well,
Did they?
no, they didn't find. Well, I know I think when that happened, I looked up like the top 10 things that Malaysia's known for.
Okay. Is disappearing airplanes one of them?
No,
Oh, well.
planes is not one of them at all.
Oh, yeah, that would probably make sense then.
Yeah, but I mean, I think boats are. They have water.
Well, maybe they can get on the boats and find the plane.
Also known, right under is Malaysia cheap was a thing that came up on there.
Cheap?
Yeah.
Is it cheap to live there?
Oh well, apparently. So,
I guess I knew the Philippines was
so
like kind
they're
of
not
cheap
known
to live
for
in.
planes, yeah, and they're cheap, I guess. And then
Okay, so yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't have the money to look for it.
yeah,
So.
and you got to fly with a chicken, I think.
Oh, really?
Probably.
That would be awesome. I would do that. I'm more interested now.
Yeah.
Do I get a chicken discount if I carry 2 chickens?
Ooh, I don't know. I think they load the chickens.
Okay. Because let me tell you, I can handle 2 cocks. Welcome to the bottom.
I don't think. But if you want to know my real conspiracy theory,
Yeah, I want to hear it.
I don't think Malaysians are real.
Okay, I'm listening.
I've never really heard about them at all. I don't know any Malaysians.
You know, okay, you're right. I don't know. Do you know any
Do you know any
Malaysians?
Malaysians?
I
Rod?
do not know any Malaysians, but I'm really curious as to how they got that name. Since you're studying Spanish,
Mal means bad, right?
Mal means bad Asians.
Maybe they just got
Bad
booted.
Asians.
Maybe you're a Malaysian.
Oh,
Maybe you're a Malaysian.
I'm a friggin' square-headed Malaysian.
I'm with you. I don't think Malaysia's real.
Yeah.
I think it's fake. I think someone made it up to compete with the Philippines.
They're like, it fell out of the deal. I was like, for number one, I know Malaysia doesn't have planes; they have boats.
yeah. So the plane was just to throw our scent off. Mm-hmm. They needed a headline to make Malaysia seem more real.
Yep.
I'm with you.
Yeah, and they only load.
Prove us
chickens.
wrong, Malaysia. Prove us wrong. Show me Malaysia, and I will show you a guy who doesn't believe you. It's not real.
Two
Operators
guys.
are standing by. If you're a Malaysian or no one.
Please leave a comment. Let us know that you're Malaysian. We'd love to talk to you about your non-existent country. It's not real.
Oh yeah, get in the comments, Malaysia. Get in the comments.
Yeah, I'm with
All
Paul.
our Malaysian listeners.
I'm with Paul. Malaysia's not real. You know what else isn't real? And this is fully established. You guys can Google it. Finland's fake.
Ooh.
Finland's not real. Google Finland's not real. You guys will see. I don't even need to pitch that one. I'll back you up on Malaysia instead because birds aren't real, by the way, either. Look that
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Birds are fake as hell.
Well, I know they're fake.
Yeah, how could
Aren't they
how could a
all
bird
AI?
be real? Yeah, they're all cameras.
Yeah.
They're all cameras
Yeah.
spying on us. Birds aren't real.
So here's something that I think about. Bad news sells.
It does.
Good news doesn't.
Right.
There have been at least 3 serious airline incidents in which nobody died. They were covered during, and now they are absolutely gone. Well, the plane where the door fell off,
Yeah.
I think 170 passengers survived. There was a plane that caught fire in Japan.
Dang.
And 300-something passengers survived. And then there was
Wow.
another one, I think, in Germany. So here's the thing. Nobody cares about them. But the passengers had to have experienced the entire range of human emotions.
They had to
right?
come to terms, right?
Well,
Oh,
listen,
yeah.
well, but see, here's the
Did
thing.
they get paid off at the
you
end of that?
start
Some money?
off
You think?
excited. You're elated. You're going somewhere. You're going on a trip.
Yeah.
You're going to see grandma.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
so excited, and then the next thing you experience is frustration because now you're on the security line.
Gotta take
and
your
you're
damn
like,
shoes
goddamn shoe bomber! You know you weren't going to get away with it, and then
then
you're
you got to
on
go
the-
through the teleporter, and then they grab your dick a little.
and then the engine pops on fire, and then you're like, oh my god, I guess I haven't spoken to you as much as I should have. And then the plane goes down and it hits the ground, and you realize at that moment that you're not dead yet, and you think, well, all right, I might not make it off this plane, but I'm going to do something to make them remember me. I'm going to save the old people and the kids, and then the emergency doors open. And you're like, get out of my way! It's
Your George
me!
Costanza out of there.
Me! And then you get off the plane, you're back on Earth, you kiss the ground, and you're thinking, I'm alive. and I am going to sue the shit out of this airline.
Yes, 1,000%. And I think you also probably realize, actually, maybe I have spent the right amount of time with you. I was just worried. We're fine.
What if there was like one guy on the plane that was like, you know what? I'm gonna get remembered, and he just takes off his pants and starts jacking it.
That would definitely be
found.
That is the wrong move. That is a way to survive a tragedy and then immediately go to jail forever. That's your plan, isn't it?
Well, but I didn't think I was gonna live.
If you do it at the last moment, you know what?
Needed to
What are they
snap
going to
one
do?
off.
What are they going to do? Throw you off?
I just needed to crank it one more time, baby. One last time.
I was trying to build up air pressure.
So I feel like I can't go through a whole podcast about airplanes without talking about where I work, actually. I work at an office that's in the downtown airport. And so in this airport, it's where the non-commercial flights come in. There are some like elite commercial flights that are like international things, but most of it is private jets. And it's fucking cool. They do not live the same way we do. These people are not taking their fucking pants off at the airport. These people can take whatever drugs they want on the plane because they own the plane. Like Taylor Swift comes into Kansas City. She is for sure flying into right outside my office. I haven't seen her. I'm not going to say I've seen her. I have seen the president. Biden flew in while I worked there. Trump flew in while I worked there. Kamala flew in while I worked there. Jill Biden flew in. WWE flew in. I get to see all the private jets. And let me tell you, they're fucking cool. They're so fucking cool. I don't care. I don't care that Taylor Swift is ruining the planet and causing turbulence for everyone else. She has a cool plane, and I would fly it too. I can't judge her. If I had that cool plane and I was a super pretty, talented pop star with millions and billions of dollars, I too would fly all around the world. I'm just going to let you know that. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care. One person gets to be in that position and gets to do that. And you know what? I don't judge her for it. If I had that position, I for sure would do that. Those planes fucking rule. I love you, Taylor. Be my friend.
Didn't you say she was like lending it out or something most of the time?
That's what people say is like that other people use her plane, and so it's not just her flying it. And so that's why there's as much like exhaust fumes that they're talking about when they talk about her hurting the planet. Whatever. Fuck. The planet's hers anyway, so she can do what she wants with it.
Maybe that's what happened to the Malaysians.
Yeah, Taylor Swift happened to him. I don't know. Is there anything else we want to hit on with planes today? I wrote Bermuda Triangle down, but I don't have anything to talk about. I was just like, Bermuda Triangle? Is that going to come up?
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to get to the bottom.
I know. Yeah, that's where you go.
That's where you go.
I've been watching a ton of stuff that's like shipwreck stuff where they like LiDAR the ocean or whatever and like find where all the wrecks are, and they're finding all these old planes in the Bermuda Triangle area. It's cool. No one's found Amelia Earhart yet, I don't think. They have some ideas, but they don't know if it's for sure.
I don't even know.
Did she crash in the ocean?
Yeah, they say it was Bermuda Triangle area, but I don't believe it.
I think I saw somewhere where they thought they found some pieces.
Yeah,
of the plane
that's
or something,
what. Like on a certain island down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching a thing on that. Shout out to Amelia.
That would suck.
Yeah,
Get wrecked in Bermuda. You're so close to. You're so close to home.
You're almost to Kokomo. Yeah, that's another one in the song.
Yeah.
Bermuda.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Is there any? What about? Are there any safety
tips?
like things you would invent? Yeah, safety tips. Safety tips. Yes.
I got so many safety tips.
Just safe things maybe they need to do.
Yeah. Here's my airplane routine. Okay, I fly Southwest. I don't like to check a bag. I don't trust nobody. They've gone through my bags before. I'm only checking a bag if it's a long trip, and then it's only my clothes. I ain't putting anything worth nothing in that bag. They're gonna dig through that shit. They do it. I know they do. So I try not to check a bag. I try to stuff as much as I can in my underseat bag, and I have my one overhead bag, and that's it. Now, you got to be smart about your placement, especially on Southwest where anyone can sit anywhere. You're going to end up sitting next to somebody on a full flight, so you got to make sure you're going to be comfortable. With long legs, sometimes I like an aisle, but I can't do an aisle up front or near the back because the cart's going to be there too much. You're going to get hit. If you're on a long flight and you're near the front or back, the aisle, you're going to have to squeeze in every time someone walks to the bathroom and every time the cart comes by. So if you're near the front, near the back, hit a window seat, easy peasy. You want to be the safest? You got to be at the front of the line. Get that exit row, get the leg room, you got the door, they make sure that you can, help people out. Trust me, most of the people who take that seat couldn't help a motherfucker out of that plane. I swear to God, that should be my seat. But regardless, and that's my move.
That's your safety tip?
Yep, get in, get out.
Your safety tip is...
keep to yourself. People are crazy.
Okay.
I saw that lady who saw a fake person on an airplane. People at the airports are crazy. The safest thing to do is to not mess with strangers. Your plane's not going down. Statistically, your plane's not going down. Just don't talk to people. That's my safety tip.
Do you have any safety tips, Ron?
I have a big safety tip, but this is for the airlines. Hey, you want people like Matt to pay attention to your directions? Then update that card.
That's
that
true.
Same old boring, stupid, poorly illustrated card.
That's true.
Get one of those codes where you get your phone and you tap it on the code, and then you see a fun video with funny comics
fun
giving you
videos.
ridiculous tips like Matt just gave you.
So, when I went international, when I got to fly to Cannes, that's kind of what they do, because you have the TV screens on the big planes where you get to watch movies. And so I'm a liar. I have watched safety tips on the international flight because I was waiting for my movies to start, and they had actors and comedians doing bit. I mean, they still give you the real info, but they're doing a bit, and it was really good. That's it's perfect. I love that shit.
I never went to the bathroom on an airplane.
Don't.
Or
do just to experience it.
Yeah, I just hold it in. I just do it.
It could be. It sometimes is nice to poop real high.
Well, yeah. Sometimes I guess if you're on a long enough flight, but I'm never. I think I can hold it. But I have been on those tram things that go when you're getting it. Yeah. Which are
like at the Atlanta airport.
Yeah, the ones that are kind of where you're just walking and then they have the escalator deals.
The escalator sidewalks.
Yeah, so you don't have to walk, but then they have a deal that says stay to the right because the left is for people that
are walking.
I'm walking
in.
Then why aren't you walking on the thing? Isn't that for?
Oh no, I am.
You're walking on that.
I
thing?
am 1000% walking on it. It saves you so much time. It
goes faster?
Way faster, dude.
Well,
and it lightens your legs. When people take up the whole thing, I get so mad because I'm rushing to my next port, and that thing will save me time.
Do you know what's not faster?
What's that?
Falling on your ass as you go from this thing that's moving to this thing that's not moving, which is the floor, and then you got a big face of
that's true
blood.
No one told you to fall.
So, that should have been the tip right there.
Survival of the fittest.
When you get off that thing, don't fall.
Well, I think that
it does kind of warn you as you're coming up. It says you're about to stop. You're about to hit the platform. Pay attention to the platform.
I'm not reading the safety things on the plane. Why am I reading those?
It's speaking to you. It says.
Well, I don't.
Oh, you can't.
Here's what we need.
He's like,
maybe they should say it in
Fuck
Spanish.
Here's what they need. Just something that'll take you.
Hey, sinvergüenza. Paga atención.
Yeah, if they did in Spanish, I could for sure know what's going on. He definitely didn't say apple.
He did not say manzana. He did not
I'll
say
just get on
manzana.
If they made a thing that would just take you from when you get there and just take you to,
that's true.
That'd be safe.
Yeah, that's true. Little pods for each person.
Ooh, maybe flights to your flight.
What if you could get you remember Wall-E where all the fat guys are in the little pods? You could each get one of those.
Yeah.
They kind of do that sometimes, but not just for fat people, but for people who can't walk very much. They put them in the little wheelchairs,
or just those golf carts that I see.
Yeah, they do have the golf carts too. Ooh, that'd be
and
nice.
I never know how to get on one.
Everyone wants one. I want one.
I don't know how to get on one.
Let's go. Let's Mario Kart through the airport.
That's my safety tip that they should invent.
I like that. Easier travel in the airport.
Yeah, so I don't look like an idiot as I fall on my face.
Falling.
Coming up.
Someone help Paul not fall on this escalator.
I think it's my head.
It's. See, if it was round, you wouldn't fall, but it's unbalanced.
I know.
And block shaped.
Maybe that's why it's block shaped.
Because you felt
You've straightened it out.
on your face. Okay. Well, honestly, I think we've hit the planes. We flew high. We reached our maximum altitude. Be safe out there, folks. But remember that, like Rod said earlier, the media is here to hype things up. They want clicks. They want your money. They want your attention. And you're not paying attention to a story about a plane that landed just fine. You're listening to 5 stories out of tens of thousands of airplanes about crazy things that happen. These are the outliers. It's going to be okay as long as it stays outliers. So it's going to be
not
fine.
okay.
Yeah,
It's
as soon
the
as it stops
safest
being,
way to travel.
that's what they keep saying.
Unless you're a made-up group of people.
Unless you are Malaysian, in which case they will make you disappear because you didn't exist in the first place.
Right. That's exactly why they did it.
I mean, where are there? I don't see families complaining about this. They're all fake. I'm with you.
I know.
And now there's going to be like a thing about the real family. I'm sorry to any real victims, but
Yeah. I didn't
still.
say that.
Yeah, he
did.
didn't. It was me. I'm the offensive one. It's true. I'm canceled. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to another Bottom Boys. Please check out our other podcast, The Master Traders, if you are watching The Traders US Season 2 right now. And if you aren't, I recommend it. It's on Peacock. It's very good. I want to thank Rod again for joining us here on The Bottom Boys.
man. I'd have
Always
paid
a
to do
pleasure.
it.
Always a pleasure. And man, I mean,
anything you wanna
these
plug?
pastries, I swear.
Rod?
Yeah, you want to plug anything?
No. I got shows that I post on Facebook. As
What's your Facebook? What's your...
It's Rod Reyes.
Follow Rod Reyes on
Rod
Facebook.
Reyes.
At Hippest Old
Instagram
Man.
at Rod Reyes 49.
Ooh, you got Instagram.
Dude.
He's the hippest old man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on TikTok.
I seen you on TikTok.
Hell yeah. We got our next show is March 8th at the Rhino. We'll have a link for that here sometime soon. And then actually before we go, going back to resolutions, I said early on this year when we did our resolution episode, I was going to record a new special this year, and I have set a date, which means I actually have to get out and grind. April 19th at the Rhino. I'm going to do it. I'm going to record the thing. So if you can make it out, it'll be a good time.
Sweet.
Other than that, I think that's I'm your Snake Daddy, I'm your
We
cheeseburger.
got movies.
Oh, movies. That's
Movie
right.
review.
Oh, if you followed our Christmas movie marathon, we're doing a really fun one. We wanted to extend it, do some other holidays, and we thought, hey, let's do Groundhog Day. And so, obviously, there's one great Groundhog Day movie, so we're doing a Groundhog Day movie review as well as a little supplement. It's going to be fun. Keep your eyes out for that. Follow us at Arson Club KC. Follow Rod everywhere. Thank you so much. I'm your Snake Daddy, your Cheeseburger Princess, your shit post, your Supreme Matt Keck, and alongside me is the light of my life.
Paul, Bad Asian Shield.
And this is Bottom Boys.
Ouch.